What's up, guys? We got the new Campo drop. It's live. We got new shirts, the championship ring shirt, the all-team t-shirt. As you can see how it looks on my guys here. We got the new shorts just in time for the summer, and we got plenty different colorways. The website is live. We have a discount code that you can get 2 items and you get a 15% discount. The code is CF2023. Use that at checkout. Yeah, man, just go cop that, man. We've been working real hard to get this different quality, man. We got the tags on there and everything. Yes, this ain't a hang shirt, man. Yes, go get that. We work real hard on these. Website's live. Yep, and he got hit up with his first interview since he got out of jail with the BBC. I saw this. Yeah, it's like 38 minutes. He was in there for 6 months? Yeah, he's in there from all of the whole year. He got out like a month ago. BBC. Yeah, bro, I remember we did that. We did a BBC interview. Okay, so I didn't know he had a rape allegation. That was he had a sex trafficking allegation. He had a bunch of allegations, really. Yeah, they say he was pimping. Yeah, but all the people that they try to pin against him said it's not true. But then they were trying to say, oh no, they don't know what they're talking about.
So who pressed charges on him then? If they
wouldn't. That's why he was in jail. They was trying to find something to pin on him.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
what I thought. Extending it every month. They was like, nah.
So he was not charged anything.
He wasn't charged nothing. That's why it's free.
Oh wait.
So he
this Dion, y'all. What's up, D? Tell her there's a new face in here, y'all.
It's your boy D reaction on.
Yeah, you gotta check
with my bros, man.
Yeah, so Ross and Brock. I don't know where they are, bro. You know, they coming though. I don't
Brock's
know.
at national championship.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's finna leave soon, and Ross is he's loading. I guess he's coming. So yeah, so it is crazy that he was in jail for 6 months with no charge.
If you do that in America, somebody gonna have to break you some bread off and some shit like that.
That is insane.
Boy, you cannot just sit in the jail with no charges, bro.
They can.
In the United States?
No, you can't.
Okay, well, yeah, we've been waiting for the man to talk.
I ain't gonna lie, ain't this considered kidnapping?
It should be considered something.
That's kidnapping, bro.
Where was he at? He was in
Romania.
Romania, yeah.
How long he was there though?
6 months.
Yeah, he was in jail for 6 months, no charges. They kept trying to find something to charge him with, and it kept backfiring. They kept extending the sentence.
6 months
They took
is
all
so
his cars,
long, bro.
They took all his stuff. Now he on house arrest. He free, but he can't leave the house.
Somebody owed him some guap.
6 months is so long.
Not Romania. They don't got the same government we got. They don't got the same rules we got.
Ain't they a democracy too?
Boy, they do not have the same rules we got.
6 months is longer than a schooling semester. A semester in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in that slammer.
Yeah, it was like
at one point they was trying to say he had cancer.
Yeah.
He said that.
I thought he did say that.
I thought he's the one that tweeted that.
Yeah.
He said he got poisoned or something.
Yeah, he did say that. Okay, well, let's see what it is. I'm excited. He has to have we know Andrew Tate has a huge influence because everything that he does gets banned. Literally,
he be trolling on
for
Twitter.
a point in time, bro, people was getting copyrighted and like strikes for reacting to Andrew Tate.
That's crazy.
Are you talking the guideline strikes?
Yes, for Andrew Tate.
They're trying to silence that man.
That's insane. So let's see what he got to say on this one.
Shout out to BBC.
Now, the BBC has questioned the controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate at his home in the Romanian capital, Bucharest. Tate is under house arrest and being investigated by Romanian prosecutors for accusations including rape, human trafficking and exploiting women, which he denies. The BBC challenged him on whether his views about women
I just have one quick question. Y'all think, like, in England, they having, like, the same two power structures? Like, you know how they got Fox and CNN? So, like, is BBC's, like, one of their...
I have no idea. That's a good question.
The one Piers Morgan is on is different.
Yeah,
he's on a different network.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So, like...
Who knows, man?
Do you know how Andrew Tate came up, though? You know what's crazy?
He was a fighter.
Yeah.
But they said he was... so, this is where sex trafficking comes. He had women on chat rooms.
Yes.
And they would be on the chat rooms getting money from people. But they wouldn't be on the keyboard. Him and his people would be controlling it. So they would just milk news for money, and that's where they try to say that the sex trafficking was. They say it's called lover boying.
Like a pimping.
It is. That's crazy.
To his millions of online followers, harmed young people, as many teachers and police officers claim. Well, the interview, which had no set conditions, was Tate's first since being released into house arrest from police custody last month. Lucy Williamson reports now from Bucharest.
We are doing an interview with you because you're facing some very serious allegations.
Correct.
Rape, human trafficking.
Yeah.
And also because there's a great deal of concern about the things you say and the impact that they have on young people, on women.
I don't think the concern's about the things I say. I think the concern is for the level of influence I have and the reach I have.
Let's start with the allegations. Have you raped anybody?
Absolutely not.
Have you trafficked anybody?
Absolutely not.
Exploited any women for money?
Absolutely not.
But you have admitted using emotional manipulation to get women to work in the webcam industry for you.
No. We have an open criminal investigation. I am absolutely and utterly sure I'll be found innocent. I know the case better than you. I know it intimately and you don't. I have seen all the criminal files and the evidence against me and you haven't. I know the truth of what happened and you don't. And I'm telling you absolutely and utterly, I've never hurt anybody, that the case that's been put against me is completely and utterly fabricated, and I'm never going to be found guilty of anything. And it's very difficult for me to answer your in-depth questions because we're sitting here inside of the territory of Romania. I'm beholden to the Romanian legal system, and I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Let me read you then what you have said about what you have done.
Sure.
You have said, my job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, get her to fall in love with me to the point where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam so we could become rich together.
I don't think that's what I personally said. I think
that's exactly what you said on your website.
No, I've never said that. That's something that you found on the internet. Doesn't mean I've said it.
In your words.
And again, once again, if any female on the planet has a problem with me, I strongly recommend her to go to the police and try and pursue me for criminal charges. I'm actually such a nice person that I've never had anyone come at me.
The BBC has spoken to somebody since your arrest who says exactly those things, that with you it's all manipulation, there's an ulterior motive to everything you do.
Is this Sophie? Oh, it's Sophie, the fake name, no face. No,
I was so intent on wanting to please him and wanting him to be happy that I was just kind of, yeah, okay, do whatever you want.
And what does she accuse? Has she accused me of a crime, this imaginary Sophie?
She's making the point that there is
she accused me of a crime?
Emotional or psychological manipulation.
I asked you a question, and I've allowed you into my house.
You see how they're using hearsay to get against him? There's no evidence. He just said there's no physical person, no crime. But somebody just said, oh yeah, he did all this stuff. And now they're trying to use it against him in a media interview.
I'm messed up about that, bro.
In America, if they did that in the interview,
they have
a presidential interview, they'll tell you how it's shreds. Like, it's baseless. So why would they try to use it in this interview?
I ain't gonna lie, you know what this kind of remind me of?
Don't say it. I already know you're finna say it.
Yeah.
I already know it's
You already know how, you know what interview I'm talking about.
You know what you're talking about.
The ghetto.
Yeah.
Yes. You nigga already know.
Yeah, I already know this. This is insane.
She accused me of a crime.
Emotional or psychological manipulation.
I asked you a question, and I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you a question.
Correct, but you're not the boss here, because I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you the questions.
Correctly, and I'm telling you.
You get to decide the answers.
No, we're equal here. I've allowed you into my house. You don't come here with a position of authority. I'm doing you the favor as legacy media, giving you relevance by speaking to you, and I'm telling you now, this Sophie, which the BBC has invented, which there's no face of, nobody knows who she is.
The BBC did not invent
Of course not. And because you never invent anything. And she's not filed criminal charges against me. What are we talking about here? What is she saying?
We're talking about emotional manipulation into the sex industry for your financial gain.
Why are you trying to incriminate him, bro? Like,
bro, she's talking about she won't answer this question. You see how she keep dodging it? No, I'm asking questions. But you're not. But like, he's asking you, like, who is this person? Why won't you legitimize your claim and out who this person is? She can't even do that.
To me, these aren't questions that people even want to hear, though. I want to hear, how do you feel about being in jail for 6 months?
Well, you gotta remember, this is news outlets.
Yeah, there's only 12 minutes of the interview. It's really 40 minutes. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You gotta really think about that.
Describing women who are going to court to accuse you of rape and human trafficking, and I'm describing women who have spoken to the BBC at length
Sophie doesn't exist.
and other media organisations about what they say is emotional manipulation and coercion, and I'm quoting back to you your own words where you describe
They're not my words.
coercion and emotional manipulation.
They're words you found on the internet, and Sophie doesn't exist.
On your
so let's move on to the next
website,
subject.
in your voice.
Move on to the next subject.
No, I think I'll stick on this one for a minute. So there's other places in that same website where you say you get girls to fall in love with you and they do it because they love you, because they want to do what you say. Convincing women to take part in some kind of business arrangement doesn't work long term because they're emotional. You've got to get them to fall in love with you. That's coercion, that's emotional manipulation, that's abuse.
What you found are clips from the internet, some text from the internet, and you're going to sit here and tell me that that's the reason I should...
Your website, your words.
It's on my website.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Check my website. Next.
Got him.
It's the website you've taken down, and I wonder why those comments have been taken down.
No website's been taken down. My website is the same. It's been the same for a very long time. You are accusing me, I'm guessing, what you're trying to say is you're accusing me, and you're trying to say that I'm guilty of the things I'm accused of, and that I'm emotionally manipulating people.
I'm saying that you have said you emotionally manipulated people here for your own financial gain.
No, absolutely not.
It's not only about the criminal allegations. It's a much bigger issue. You've got children's organisations in the UK, you've got rape organisations in the UK, you've got the police naming you by name as someone who has a harmful influence on children and on women in the UK and elsewhere because of the things you say, because of the way you present.
What does he say though?
I just feel like he just be trying to empower young men to not be sinners.
He does say that. That's what he's about to say, I'm pretty sure. I did see that part.
Because I ain't gonna lie, he the only person I see that be trying to empower men. Because all you see is women trying to be empowered. Like if we, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say he's wrong,
I haven't
right?
seen Andrew Tate say anything harmful to me.
But he did what he did say about the love thing. I have seen that.
Yeah, I don't know if he
said it exactly like that. But I have heard
I don't know.
like that.
I don't know if it was him, but I've heard that he had said something around that, and I think he did say that. I can't cap.
But I see what he's saying. He's not finna criminalize himself.
Yeah. But I think I did hear him say that.
Gender relations, the way you say men should treat women.
That's very upsetting. And the reason that's very upsetting is because I know that's not true. I'm genuinely a good person. I believe my impact on the world is positive.
The reason we're asking you about these comments is because we've got the chief executive of Rape Crisis naming you individually as spreading a dangerous ideology of misogynistic rape culture.
Absolute.
It's the comments you made that are leading people to say things like
Absolute garbage.
National organizations who are
bullshit,
saying that are blaming you for increasing levels of misogyny. Schools that are saying they are having increased incidents of girls being attacked, of female teachers being harassed.
If that was
by pupils because of you and your teaching.
Well, that's crazy.
I can see that. I can see that happening.
But you can see that and blame that on him, though.
Yeah, you can.
How, though?
You can't.
There's so much stuff that can influence that.
But there's so many things that can influence that. So now, just because this guy comes and says men shouldn't be simps and shouldn't cater to women, shouldn't have your life revolve around women and
be a high value man.
Yeah, be high. Oh, now women, these rape culture, it's misogynistic. What?
I ain't gonna lie, I see that agenda now. Cause y'all anything that deals with a woman and they hit the interview, they always bring an aggressive woman to interview it. Y'all repeat that?
She's trying to paint him as the bad guy, and I think they brought the woman in there to interview him just because he's got so many accusations against women. So to bring a woman in there that's not gonna back down to him, it's gonna be around. Yeah. It's gonna further help assert the narrative that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
But I mean, him and Piers Morgan's interview, they were arguing back and forth.
Well, Piers was talking over him. He does that in every interview.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, any media outlet's gonna kind of push what they want and, have crazy questions. Because, I mean, it's content regardless. It's still content.
Yeah.
If that was
by pupils, because of you and your teaching and your influence.
That's absolute garbage. I have never, ever encouraged a student to attack a teacher, male or female, ever. I preach hard work, discipline. I'm an athlete. I preach anti-drug. I preach religion. I preach no alcohol. I preach no knife crime. Every single problem with modern society, I'm against.
But
I'm teaching young men to be disciplined, to be diligent, to listen, to train, to work hard, to be exactly like me. And I'm saying that if men grew up like me, which are hardworking and diligent and some emotional control and stoic, we're going to have a better society, not a worse society. To sit here and say that schools in England, which is a failing nation, which has knife crime going through the roof, violence going through the roof, men's mental health going through the roof, and they're going to all blame me because I appeared on the internet 1 year ago. It's disingenuous. It's disingenuous.
You saw an image of financial success with a Bugatti and a cigar, but it comes with a side order of misogyny.
How does having a Bugatti and a cigar come with misogyny?
That's crazy.
I am asking you about things that you have said that have caused major national organizations, including the police, to worry about you by name. That's what I'm asking you about.
It's not what I said.
It's about what you have said that has caused such concern in the UK. And I want to put it to you that you don't really care about the harm it causes.
That's not
true. Because
that's not true.
Making controversial statements like this online has made you a lot of money.
Okay, so first thing, I genuinely am a force for good in the world. You may not understand that yet, but you will eventually. And I genuinely believe I'm acting under the instruction of God to do good things, and I want to make the world a better place. I genuinely believe my legacy is a good legacy, and I believe that eventually, when the legacy media catches up, they're going to understand I'm a good, positive influence. I'm not interested in damaging the world for money, because if I was interested in damaging the world for money, I could have sold drugs, or I could make rap music and encourage everyone to stab each other like all the drill artists do.
Or you could make controversial statements online that attract a lot of followers who you then direct to your website where they pay to learn how to be like you.
I mean, I could make jokes online. Who doesn't? I mean, I can make a joke.
Are you saying that all the controversial things you've said are jokes?
No, I'm saying that these organizations and the BBC who are going to sit here and pretend that I am the face of damaging the youth is absolutely garbage. It's completely disingenuous.
It makes you money.
The reason, in fact, I've seen thousands and thousands of comments and I have endless emails from women
Doesn't it worry you?
Praising the fact that their sons are listening to me.
Does it not worry you?
The fact that
the things I'm saying, does it not worry you?
It would worry. It would.
You're not concerned about your influence.
It would worry me if I was genuinely damaging the world. But for you to sit here and say, Andrew, you've become the most Googled man in the world. You have billions of views, and one woman, is now saying that her husband is not the same man she wants to be. When thousands and thousands of people are saying the opposite, well, then I would say
I've presented you with case after case after case, with quote after quote after quote, of people who are genuinely about the impact you're having, and you brush it off as if it's not important.
What you have done is come here with an agenda. You come here with loaded questions. You've come here with things taken out of context. You come here with things that you don't understand are satirical, and then you're going to also sit and say that one woman said that her boyfriend changed when he watched one of your videos. And then I don't know what you expect me to say to that.
Sarcastic and jokes. That's how you explain the comments you make.
For you to sit down.
Would you like to apologise for any of them?
For you to sit down.
You apologize for your guilt.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's easy. For you to sit down and say that one woman said that her boyfriend watched an Andrew Tate video and now he won't do the dishes.
Schools.
Or whatever your argument is.
Police.
And that I'm somehow the worst, most dangerous man in the world because I have a car. It's just disingenuous. If you actually watch the things I say, if you actually watch my comments about
it, to me, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'm speechless.
But what's messing me up about this the most is they gonna crucify him for preaching what he was preaching, and they let all this going on.
Oh, it's bad words.
Shit, you should not say that.
Okay, let me say it better. Gay stuff. You gonna get that up?
Yeah, I got it.
It's very bad in the UK as well. That's why it says it's a failing nation. It's worse in the UK.
With the pride?
Oh yeah, it's way worse over there.
They're
way more allowant. They're way more tolerant. They're way more problems and crimes. And like you said, it's a failing nation. That's
I'm trying to
people
figure out
are
one
trying
thing
to not align itself with the Western world.
I'm trying to figure out one thing that Andrew Tate has done that has been bad. One.
Well,
that I know. That he said that was
accusations.
Well,
That's
yeah.
it though. But the accusations have no validity because
false.
he would have been charged by that.
What has he said?
I ain't gonna lie. I know some of the videos. I know he's trolling though. Like if he ain't saying no crazy. He ain't saying no crazy stuff. But he be saying, "Man, you don't need to. If you don't do this, you'll do." But he be
but he's keeping it 100 though. Like he want a fat ass, somebody on their couch being lazy as hell to get up.
Yeah.
So like I think these guys motivated, bro. I really don't see a problem with the guy.
Can't single him out.
Yeah,
You can't.
That's crazy. They
There's a
really
lot
trying
of
to
underlying
sign
factors to those things that they're trying to push.
and
they're trying to blame it solely on him, which it just doesn't stick to me because it's like you just came in here with no facts dependent on him, but just finger pointing like, oh well, they're all pointing at you, so it's got to be true. Like that, me as a smart, logical thinking person, I can't go off what she said.
Kids at school.
You know what else had me weak when he brought up the drill and he said, "I ain't round up people that's going around stealing people."
Also, remember we watched the Austin Tatum video and they kicked the kid out of school because he said he didn't want to learn about the LGBTQ stuff. They kicked him out of school in this nation, and they trying to say that he's the cause of the problems.
No, that is insane.
Y'all the cause your own damn problems.
Now think about what the
y'all
rappers
eat beans
say.
for breakfast.
What the rappers say, and this is insane now. I think they just say it because the guy has a big influence and he's really trying to make a good out of the world.
Yeah.
Like, this shows how evil shit really might be, bro.
Yeah, they gotta have a bad guy. He just happened to be that.
This is insane.
They're trying to discredit him.
I've done long podcasts for hours long about females, talk about protecting for them, providing for them, how I believe a woman should be treated in a relationship. I've done all of this.
Andrew Tate talking there to Lucy Williamson. Well, let's go straight to the newsroom, go straight to our education editor, Branwen Jeffries, who's there for us. And Branwen, I know that over the last recent while you've been talking to so many teachers about Andrew Tate. How concerned are they about the stuff he pumps out?
Matthew, teachers have spoken very vividly of how they are deeply worried about how the language, the attitudes,
the language and the attitude
in his content are having a far-reaching influence on boys as young as 10 and 11 and certainly older teenagers. That, they say, is translating into a culture where casual sexism is normalised in UK schools, where the kind of language that you might hear in some of Andrew Tate's videos are then repeated by children back to teachers, and that along with other online content is contributing to sexual harassment in schools, to sexual assaults in schools.
I said slap that bitch or something. I have heard him say some shit like that. But he was trolling. He definitely was trolling.
But you know, when you listen to it, you can tell when someone's trolling. Like
it's so much worse.
It was like typing it out. It's hard to like. You can't like tell. But when you listen to someone verbally say it, you can tell.
There's so much worse shit on the internet, bro. But I can definitely, a little kid might take it out of context, but at the same time, like.
You can't say choke.
Nah, bro. I don't see how you can take it out of context.
I mean,
got drill music.
A kid do listen to drill music, though. Yeah, that is true.
You got Call of Duty, GTA, all these shit, and then how about him saying some shit?
You know, I ain't gonna single Andrew Tate out. And now his influence was going crazy, though. That's why they had to put a stop to this shit. His shit was going crazy. Everything he dropped on there was lit. Every video. Reaction pages was going crazy off Andrew Tate.
Andrew did have a lot. He said, all y'all been acting pussy. You awoken a nation that needed to be awoken.
This right here just showed me how evil that media can be, man. They don't want anything good going around, man. I'm trying to think of something, but they act like they trying to crucify him like he EPD.
EDP?
EDP, however you say his name.
EDP is bad.
He's bad.
She's trying to make it seem like he raped somebody.
Bro, they trying to and there's no validity to these claims. They just need a fall guy for their bean breakfast nation.
So they have to be a left,
extremely left-center nation.
Yeah, they had to be.
We watched a kid get expelled from school.
No, I'm talking about this network.
LGBTQ.
Yeah, that was over there.
That was in the UK. We watched it.
That shit crazy.
We watched this happen.
So BBC had to be more for the left side.
Could be, yeah. I have no idea.
So they got like a Fox type of stuff going on over there.
I don't know. Maybe.
I
I don't know what Pierce is on. I think he's on his own.
He's on different, but Pierce is conservative.
So he might be his channel might be good.
I like Pierce, but I just don't like how when he invites guests on, he talks over them a lot. Like when you watch his full episode, like when he brought Andrew Tate on, he cannot get a full sentence out without Pierce interrupting. They try to control the narrative. I've noticed. Like that interviewer wouldn't acknowledge what he said. She was trying to control the narrative, but she wouldn't back down.
Yeah,
I wasn't really a fan of that.
She's not really having a conversation with him. She's just kind of pressing him.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would want. An interview. That's more.
That is an interview because for her, she ain't prepared for the answers because she's trying to ask him. So I see why.
She could have asked him
but an interview, I feel like it's discourse, it's give and take. She was trying to just give.
No, I think you just give on the interview, bro. Because think about when after an NBA game, they don't get to respond back to the people that ask them a question.
Well, that's different though. That's the presser. Like when they get interviewed after the game, how do you feel after this game? Oh, I played a good game. Oh, that's good. So what do you think about this? Oh, See, that's an interview. That's when you interview. It's like a conversation. You have an interview. I feel like you have a set questions and you feed off of what they give you. She wasn't feeding off what they give you. She was trying to stand firm on what she had, what agenda she was trying to push.
Yeah, I should just ask
more of an interrogation more than an interview.
What type of disease did you get? So stuff like that. How'd you feel in the jail? I don't know, bro.
BBC.
How did you feel being crucified and being in jail for 6 months with no charge? This just was strictly trying to.
I'm still fucked up that you could lock a nigga up for no charge.
That's over there.
That is scary. That means
the Romanian government was
they had to be corrupt.
They was nah, keep him in jail. We gotta extend his stay. See, that's why I let him out though and put him on house arrest because technically he's still under arrest.
I ain't gonna lie, that's true corruption.
Man, that did remind me of the R. Kelly interview though. But R. Kelly got real life proof.
Yeah.
This is zero proof.
There's multiple instances of proof on R. Kelly.
Well,
they didn't even like R. Kelly. Did they lock up Kelly up before?
No, he ain't get locked. I think he haven't got out.
No, I'm saying before
that interview, because it was the Survivor R. Kelly. Then the interview came out,
and he was still out during that time, I think. Though.
Yeah, he was. That interview and all that put him in that cell.
Whatever, guys. This is insane. Let us know what y'all think in the comments about this. He also has something else he did. We're gonna watch that. We're out of here. Let us know what y'all think on Instagram. On the comments. DM us on Instagram what y'all want.